Surgical hospitals are unique businesses. Surgical hospitals are not ambulatory surgery centers, nor are they general acute care hospitals. Ideally, surgical hospital business valuations should only rely upon market data from other directly comparable surgical hospitals. Welcome to the Dr. Deals podcast, where we talk about healthcare business transactions. I'm Nick Newsad from healthcontract.com. Surgical hospital business valuations, like all business valuations, rely on market data. Valuators use market data to normalize financial ratios, debt-to-equity capitalization ratios, expenses, and elements of reimbursement. For example, all business valuations involve adjustments for a normalized level of working capital. Those working capital normalizing adjustments require directly comparable benchmark data for days of cash on hand, days in accounts receivable, accounts payable, accrued expenses, and other short-term working capital accounts. Surgical hospitals definitely do not want to set normalized days of cash on hand or accounts receivable based on ratios for general acute care hospitals. General acute care hospitals may hold 180 days of cash on hand or carry several months of accounts receivable. One of the most impactful ratios affecting business valuations is the debt-to-equity capitalization ratio. Business valuators can significantly alter surgical hospital business valuations with a normalized debt-to-equity ratio. Even if your surgical hospital does not carry any debt, a valuator may still apply a normalized debt-to-equity ratio for your business based upon debt-to-equity ratios for comparable businesses. In business valuations, the cost of debt is generally always less than the cost of investment equity. For example, equity investors in your business may require an annual rate of return between 20% and 30% on their investment, while a lender with a first lien may be satisfied with an 8% interest rate. Given this large difference in the cost of capital between debt and equity, the normalized debt-to-equity ratio that your valuator applies will likely impact your surgical hospital business valuation by millions of dollars. HealthContract.com maintains a longitudinal database of financial and benchmarking ratios for hundreds of U.S. surgical hospitals. We track debt levels, working capital ratios, growth rates, and expense and reimbursement benchmarks for all surgical hospitals in the U.S. Beyond financial ratios, most business appraisers are spreadsheet monkeys who have no first-hand knowledge of how surgical hospitals are staffed, managed, or reimbursed. Do you want a business appraiser who developed and managed surgical facilities for years? You'd be hard-pressed to find another appraiser who has spent as much time in peri-op as me. I'm Nick Newsad from healthcontract.com. Contact me directly for surgical hospital business valuation services and data.